But, Johnny, we're going to move on into our last topic, and no fears, this one is actually what I said at the beginning of it. We're talking Game of Thrones, Season 7, and Jon Snow. Did we get his true name revealed, Johnny? In Empire Magazine, there's a clip that says, in the last episode of Season 6, Bran's psychic time-traveling green sight revealed the true nature of Jon's birth heritage and his real name, Jaehaerys Targaryen. Bran's now in a precarious situation in which it's just him and Mira, and he has all of this information that could change the entire story. And it's not just about Jon. He knows about the origin of the White Walkers too. End quote. So, Johnny, I'm just going to be plain and simple with this. We've already talked about we've mentioned in the past, the kind of history with Jon Snow that many fans, we already know that his mother is Ned's sister, and that he's a Targaryen by blood because that's who his sister was with. However, do you think, knowing this name, this could be Jon Snow's name? I was John Smith. Jon Snow's name. John. Could this be, is this... I'm going to use a kind of saying from a sports show that I want. Okay. This Jaehaerys Targaryen that they have in there, is this a thing or not a thing? When we're looking at it, is it a thing or not a thing?
I don't know about the name, but I have thought this whole time, he is half Targaryen. He's half Stark, half Targaryen. The child of fire and ice.
That hit your mind as we were doing some research
as we were looking at it. I just think he's the child of fire and ice.
The yin and the yang.
On multiple ways. I mean, the Starks are known as being the North. The Targaryens were known as the dragon. That's fire and ice right there. He was born as a Stark. He was raised as a Stark. When he died and came back, he came back by who?
The Red Queen.
Red Queen.
The fire.
Yeah, exactly. So that's born fire and ice. He was born in the North.
Fire.
So. In fire.
In the North with fire.
Exactly, like reborn. Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many little things you can take out of that of him being fire and ice. So, I think he is maybe not that name particularly, but he is a Targaryen / Stark, which to me makes him just as rights to the throne as Daenerys.
Well, and that's the big thing. This, to me, does nothing. Like, the only thing that it does is I was watching one YouTube video where he mentioned, this was Emergency Awesome, he mentioned how in the books, because I never read the books, in the books,
same.
It was, I want to say, Rhaegar's grandfather, so the Mad King's father, his name was Jaehaerys. Yeah. And maybe this was Rhaegar saying, well, we're just going to get the Mad King out of there. We don't want to remember him. This is just restarting our lineage with Jon Snow. But I think what this kind of goes towards is what everyone knew already, and that's why I would go not a thing. Yeah. This is not a thing, not a thing, not a thing at all. Does not matter what you say his name is, because in my mind, I have already concluded that he's a Targaryen. Yeah. And that alone...
Oh, yeah. The name means really nothing.
And that alone makes it to where we already know... We already knew that there's going to be a fight between him and Daenerys. Yeah. For the throne. Because, I'm a Targaryen. Well, duh, I'm a Targaryen too. Targaryen. Not Targaryen. A Targaryen. And the thing that makes it the interesting part is the fire and ice part. Yeah. Because... Jon Snow, it's kind of coming, I think it'll come full circle where he's supposed to be the person to unite the Seven Kingdoms. Yeah. He's supposed to be the person to unite everyone together. And even look at Jon Snow's character. Is he a guy that tries to force a wedge in between people? Or is he the kind of guy that likes to bring people together?
He's trying to bring everyone together.
He tries to bring people together. And also, when you see him in a leader standpoint, he is a true leader.
He does.
He is and that's exactly what Rhaegar Targaryen wanted. That was his plan for his son, which ended up being Jon Snow, to be the person that could unite everybody and could be the leader that sits upon the Iron Throne.
Exactly. And the thing with him is he's not a leader that's just like Joffrey or any of the other ones. He wasn't handed this stuff.
Because Daenerys has kind of been tempted, and she's been swayed as the series had started with her in, I want to say, episode 1.
Yeah. But the other thing with that is he, no matter how high position he is, even when he was Lord Commander, he always shows that
You'll never be my Lord Commander.
Exactly. He always shows, and he always seems like he has to feel like he has to prove himself. He's never at that, okay, you know what? I am top.
Yeah.
I don't need to prove anything to anyone. No, he
always felt like he had to prove something.
Exactly.
And I mean, maybe that goes into how he was brought up.
Exactly.
Because he felt like he always had to prove something to his mother or Ned's wife.
Yeah.
Who was like, because she thought that it was Ned's son.
Illegitimate son.
And a bastard son. A bastard. That's why he's called Jon Snow.
Exactly.
But I look at it and I go, of course you're going to get character development. But I'm glad you brought up Daenerys. Because of the two Targaryens that we have. Targaryens. It's like tar, Ricky, not tar.
Not Targaryens. It's not the Beanie Babies.
I'm just learning how to speak on this podcast. However, out of the two Targaryens, or Targaryen and theorized Targaryen, because nothing has been confirmed with Jon Snow, of course there's going to be character development throughout a series. Especially one as well written as Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
However, look at the development. Jon Snow, from episode 1 until now, we haven't seen much negative out of him.
No.
He's learned to become a better leader. He's learned how to bring people together. He's never been swayed off the path, it seems.
No.
However, and maybe the swayed off the path was when he had the wildling situation. And he kind of got with the wildling. However, that was him bringing people together. He brought the wildlings in. His wildling whore. Yeah, he brought the wildlings in and wanted, it's like, you know what, they're people just like us.
Exactly.
Whereas you look at what was going on in Meereen with Daenerys, completely different development.
Splitting people
She's
apart.
Been swayed. She's pulling people apart. She didn't create the two sides. Of course, there were the Harpies there that were against her.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have that same kind of characteristic that Jon Snow has.
Yeah.
She doesn't know. She would be, it's like, what I am seeing is Jon Snow would be the leader to unite everybody, bring everybody together, and would be the leader that everybody would be like, yeah, that's my king. Where Daenerys would be, she would turn into the... You don't like how I'm doing things? Meet my dragon. Burn him alive.
Yeah.
And maybe you're also seeing a little bit of Mad King in Daenerys.
Maybe a little bit.
Would she be the Mad Queen?
Possibly.
Would that be her?
She tends to have qualities like that, not maybe to the point that we've seen from the Mad King, but yeah, she has qualities like that. Like, look what she did to all the... They were the servants and the masters from that one place she took over. Look what she did to all the masters.
Yep. Killed them.
Killed them all. Put them all up to, what is it on the... Put them all up on display, basically.
Yeah.
And,
that was when she put the heads on the pikes, right?
No, that was when, she saw, like, even children were, like, just... held up like that to like to starve and dehydrate and everything.
Okay, yeah.
She's like, no, string up all the masters like that. Let them die like that. And she did that. So it shows a little bit of Mad Queen instead of saying, nope, everyone's equal now. You guys are... Instead of something like that, she goes, yeah, kill them all.
And I mean, I'm looking at the family tree right now as it goes to the TV series, not the book, because apparently there's a lot more kings from the Targaryens in the books, but right now it looks like Rhaegar, Viserys, and Daenerys all on the same line. All brothers and sisters under the Mad King.
Yeah.
We saw Viserys and Daenerys at the beginning. Daenerys is still alive. She marries Khal Drogo. They had a son, but he was stillborn.
Exactly.
So, son's not there anymore. Rhaegar, though, has Eliara Martell, and then there's 2 of Rhaenys and Aegon. So they do have 2 past him. However, they don't know the side with Jon Snow, I should say, because that was kind of hidden. We saw that in Bran's kind of a vision.
Yeah.
So really, you look at it, and it would be Jon Snow is younger than Daenerys.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the same age. They'd be on different lines of the family tree if Jon Snow was put into the family tree for Game of Thrones for the Targaryens.
But Rhaegar was the older brother of those 2, right?
Yes.
So technically, if
maybe they may be the same age if the age gap is different enough.
Close at least. But my thing would be that if Rhaegar was the older brother, Jon Snow would still have the throne had everything just kept following lineage.
The only thing, they might be the same age, but I'm saying like family tree line, they'd be on separate.
Yeah.
Because Daenerys would be Jon Snow's aunt.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the thing would be that Jon Snow would get the throne if the procession followed that, and he is a Targaryen. Like we were theorizing. Because that's just how lineage works. If he's not old enough, maybe it goes to the uncle. But if Rhaegar made it made it to the age where Jon was old enough and then passed, then it would go to Jon, which is what the plan was.
And I mean, the plan really was to kind of, we got to make the perfect king.
Exactly.
The one that can bring us back to what we want to be at. And I'm excited for these last 2 seasons.
Same.
Because I think what's going to happen is that Jon Snow, we're going to see, okay, these 2 are Targaryens. They both kind of like have rights to the throne because they both like, Jon Snow doesn't know it yet. This is us talking.
Yeah, exactly.
But with Daenerys and Jon, both of them are Targaryens. Till I'm proven wrong, I'm just going to call Jon a Targaryen. Daenerys, though, kind of be worried that she'd be more like a Mad Queen.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like she would be more of an off the rails, even with Tyrion as her advisor.
She is still sort of off the rails.
Whereas Jon, and that even right there, with Tyrion being involved, how often has Tyrion been able to sway Daenerys even for good or bad?
Not a lot.
How often does someone sway Jon Snow? Not often.
No.
Jon Snow's not a guy where you're going to go
if he thinks
and talk
it's wrong.
him into something. If he thinks it's wrong, he's not going to do it.
Exactly.
You can sway him into the right option.
Yeah.
Because if it's right, he'll do it. But if it's wrong, he will not do it.
Where Daenerys can go either way. Like if
you can talk her into good or bad.
Tyrion, for example, will try and pull her in the right direction.
He'll try to pull. No. He'll try to pull her in his direction.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, he'll pull her in his what he thinks is right.
What's better for him.
Exactly. What makes it better for Tyrion. But she can be pulled by her other advisors too. I think it's Grey Worm.
Yeah,
is technically one of her advisors, also a soldier for her. But technically, she takes him as an advisor. Maybe he doesn't know the right thing. 100%.
You're talking about from the leader of the Unsullied Army.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I think his name is Grey Worm.
I just wanted to make sure in my head I knew who you were.
Yeah, the leader
about.
Of the Unsullied. I don't remember the other guy's name. One of hers as well.
You also have I'm gonna get his name wrong. Varys, the Whisperer.
Yes, that's true.
All my little birds, but you find out are kids. And it's like, whoa, that's fucking weird.
A little bit.
Fucking George R. Martin. What the fuck are you doing, bro? But even he's there, kind of, and he's been known throughout the series to try to sway people.
Oh, he does.
Even Tyrion.
Yeah.
He's a guy that will be like, well, it's not my place, but I will tell you this anyways.
Exactly.
That's what he does.
It's not his place.
Yeah.
No, he has no problem saying anything to anyone.
But he'll tell you anyways. I mean, and he doesn't have any balls, right? He got him cut off.
Literally,
right?
yeah.
That's what I thought. But anything you want to go on, anything we haven't touched in this?
No, just again, like we said, now it's going to be a head-to-head, because right now you and I are both going, He's a Targaryen.
Yeah, I'm until I'm proven wrong, I'm going to say he's a Targaryen.
I'm going to go the same route and say, you know what? Until we're proven wrong, he's half Targaryen. I think he's the one that's supposed to get the throne. It's going to be like a head-to-head.
I'll ask you this. Does he get the throne at the end of season 8?
I want to say yes.
I'm going to put this on it. Take back that answer.
Okay.
If you had to pick one, not what you want to happen, what you think will happen, your percentage on Jon gets the throne at the end of the series, or your odds on him dying in season 7 or season 8?
Honestly,
dying for good, not coming back.
I hate to say it, but I think
those are your two choices. Give me a percentage for each: 60-40, 50-50. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with 60-40.
In which direction? Which one?
Sadly, and I think you know where I'm going.
You're like, you rat bastard.
You are a rat bastard.
Are you surprising us here, or is it one that I think I know, but I think you might surprise us?
You probably know.
It's become king.
Really, you think so?
That's what I thought you would say.
No,
like that's what I thought you'd want.
Just knowing the stupid twists of Game of Thrones.
That's okay. So
you gotta think of that part too.
You know how I said what you want?
Yeah.
And then you might surprise us?
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna say die. That's the surprise. You're gonna surprise us and say he's gonna die.
What I want is not what I feel like we're gonna get from Game of Thrones.
From George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, because you really like a character, they're not safe.
Yeah, no one's safe in Game of Thrones. No one's safe.
So I feel like...
You know what we should do? Have George R.R. Martin direct Walking Dead and see what happens when Daryl dies.
Oh, man. That would be a thing. Have him finish writing all the scripts for Walking Dead.
When they originally killed Jon, I will say, I was terribly saddened because I love Jon.
Same.
However... I was also applauding them in a sense because I'm like, way to go, HBO. Way to not be pussies like Walking Dead and actually kill a lovable character.
Exactly.
Walking Dead will never kill Daryl.
Nope.
Because the ratings are already falling. And if they kill Daryl, it'll kill the series completely.
Yeah, exactly. I would love for George.
So you think Jon's going to die?
As much as I hate to say it,
And Daenerys gets the throne then?
Yeah, just because of how Game of Thrones tends to work.
What if Daenerys didn't get the throne and Tyrion got the throne?
Maybe
Tyrion and Jaime are the last two Lannisters alive because seriously, I don't think she's making it through. She is dying before we get to the end.
Maybe
what if Jaime kills her? That'd be cool.
What if Daenerys almost has the throne?
Mm-hmm.
He realizes that she's becoming a mad queen, and Tyrion kills her.
Oh, Tyrion kills
another Lannister kills.
I thought you were going to say Jaime kills her, and he's the mad killer.
No.
Tyrion kills
another Lannister kills another Targaryen.
And then how would Jon die? Just in battle?
Maybe in battle, maybe going for the throne.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, if anything, he's going to die in battle because he is going to be on the front lines.
What if Sansa has him killed?
Maybe Sansa does.
Because we got that kind of conflict going up
so
in the
far,
north.
we'll see where that goes.
Or Littlefinger. I don't trust him at all.
Never.
I don't trust that rat bastard at all. It's going to, there is so much going on, and I can't wait to get answers.
Maybe, let's put it this way. He loves Sansa. He's trying to put it in her head. Mm-hmm. Maybe she goes... No,
he loves.
We'll put that in quotes.
I think he loved her mom more.
Yeah, I think just reminds her.
I think he loved her mom, but he's also a guy that's out for himself. He's like Tyrion.
Oh yeah, he's out for himself.
Yeah, he's out for himself.
More so out for himself than Tyrion is. But I feel like Tyrion's got
Tyrion doesn't want power. Littlefinger wants power.
Yeah,
that's it.
My thing would be that
Tyrion's fine being at the whorehouse all day.
Yeah, exactly. My thing would be that. Maybe, here's one hypothesis I'm going to throw out for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Jon Snow is in King of the North right now. Sansa eventually realizes, no, we need to all be together. This is my brother or my cousin, technically. Yeah. This is my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And then says, no, Littlefinger, we're done. We're not doing this game anymore. He gets so pissed. He's like, you know what? I want Jon Snow dead.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever little powers and favors he has, puts it towards getting that done.
Maybe.
Just throwing that as a hypothesis out there for you.
I know I said this before, but we went on a little longer.
Say it 2 more times, right?
Any last thoughts?
No, that's about it. I mean, my hope is Jon lives.
I do.
Jon takes the throne.
I want to see him on the throne at the
My
end.
trust in Game of Thrones tells me he will not.
No, I don't think. I want him to. I want him to.
But you're trusting Game of Thrones.
I don't trust George R. Martin at all.
No.
When it comes to keeping my favorite characters alive. But this is where you guys come in. Let us know down below in the comment section. What do you think, about Empire Magazine getting this name? I'll ask you the same question I asked Johnny. Is it a thing or not a thing? Thing or not a thing? Let us know down below. Also, let us know anything that you want to see for Game of Thrones Season 7. Johnny and I will be for sure doing reactions after every single episode. We may even do one where you can watch us watch the episode as it is happening. So we're all watching the episode together. We might do that.
Yes.
We might. We're thinking about that one. The reactions will happen for sure. So I want to thank you guys for listening to this podcast. By the time you are finishing this podcast, I'm home from California. It was great, I'm guessing, because
I'm still here.
I haven't gone yet. Yeah, Johnny worked all week while I was having fun in the sun at VidCon and enjoying the California air out there because it's a little bit different than... Is Anaheim as smoggy as LA?
Jerk.
Is Anaheim as smoggy as LA?
I wouldn't know. I've never been over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll find out when I go there. But I want to thank you guys for watching and listening. And as always, have a good day, everybody.